When it comes to RVing, if you're new to it, it's sometimes hard to find out how it works and what all those terms mean. Terms like full hookups. RV Dream New Radio is determined to help when it comes to the basics for new and non-RVers. Our friend Jim Eberhardt has a great setup he did at the Road Trek dealership in Gilroy to show newcomers what full hookups is all about.
Okay, so Jim,
yes.
You set up something really interesting here. I don't think I've ever seen this in any showroom. Tell me what this is.
Well, this is what a customer will come in when they come into an RV park. Remember the old days, we used to have in a drive-in theater, we had the speaker on this side. So it's always on the driver's side.
Right.
So what you're going to have in here is a place to hook up your
So these are people that go, I've never done this. What do I have to do?
Yeah, this is what you do when you go to an RV park and you want to hook up. So what you're going to have is a post like this with your 30 amp, most of them are all 30 amp plug-ins. You'll have a place to plug your coach in right here.
Right, so it just comes right out of
your coach.
Right there.
You'll have a cable TV for your cable TV.
Plug your electricity in first.
Plug your electricity in, your cable TV.
Right.
Then you hook your water line up. And then most of the people have a 3-inch sewer line. And you'll have a hole in the ground here. I'm using it as a demonstration here.
And this is a macerator.
This is a macerator pump, which is different. So what you do is you always pull your black first, push the button on a Road Trek, it grinds the blacks up, and you close the black, do the gray, and that grinds the gray up. Now, gray water, soapy water, washes your line out. You turn it off, and you slide it back in, and you're all done.
Right, so there's the macerator.
Yeah.
And then the power plug is right there, so you need another line.
Yep. So your water line goes right up here.
Right, so there's the water, and so you have to have a hose with it.
Yeah. So they have a white hose for water. And a lot of people will get a water filter and hook it in between here so they can filter the water coming in and out.
Right, or a regulator.
Or a regulator, yes.
One or the other.
It's too much water pressure.
So that's it. When people talk about hookups, and I remember saying to you, when we first got started, Jim, I got the black water thing, but where do I buy the gray water?
Yes.
And so gray water is the soapy water that comes out of the sink in the kitchen.
Sink and the shower.
And the shower.
Yeah, and the black water is your toilet.
Is the toilet.
Yeah.
So there are those two things.
Right, and you always do the black first, and then the gray, soapy water cleans your line out, washes the line out.
Now, are there two separate tanks on here?
On these, in most motorhomes, there are a black tank and a gray tank.
Right.
Then you have your freshwater tank, which is, on this is 30 gallons, so you have 3 tanks.
Right, so you can carry water with you.
Correct.
Or if you're dry camping, you've got water in there.
Right.
So you turn your water pump on.
Right, and you pumps the water up. And dry camping for your people out there means when you have no hookups. That's when you're out along Highway 1, you're going to spend the night, you don't have any power. The Road Treks are completely self-contained. You do not need power for a Road Trek. The only time you need a power is when you want to use if you want to start the air conditioner or the microwave.
Now these come with built-in generators.
Generators, all have generators.
Right.
Onan generators.
Right.
Quiet generators.
Yeah, very modern, quiet generators at the same time. Great, but if you're parked at an RV park, then you just put your water on, put it in there, and then you don't have to worry about how much you have.
Now, a lot of people, I want to point out this to you, Bobby. If they're out dry camping, they all have outside hot and cold water.
Right.
So we call it showering with the bears.
Right.
If you're out in the boonies, who cares if anybody's around?
Right.
This is also good if you have a dog and want to wash your dog outside, or you got mud on your feet or sand from the beach. You can take this off and wash your feet off.
Right.
You got an off and on button here. You can take a shower and wash yourself off or cool down in a hot day.
Right.
And put it back in here.
Or like you said, wash your dog.
And give your dog a bath outside.
Right, with warm water.
With warm, hot or cold, you got warm and hot and cold water just like you have. It's very convenient.
Great, thanks Jim.
You're welcome.